few things we didn't know about the Paris catacombs before we visited. The first of which, we knew nothing about the cataphiles. That's the group of people that live down there and spend a large amount of their lifetime underground. We knew there was bones and human remains in the catacombs, but what we didn't know, there was over 6 million skeletons all in one place. There's also 200 miles of tunnels, so one wrong turn could mean we were lost forever. This is by far one of the most exciting things I've ever done. Right now, I don't know if you can hear, in front of us, they are playing The House of the Rising Sun. Now the reason they're doing that, and we've just been told this, is because if there's anybody else down here, they will know we are not the police and we're not likely to smash their heads in or anything like that. So it's for our safety, even though it seems very strange. Right guys, so we've just come to an entrance. Now we've just been told we're currently 27 metres down. Now I really want to climb that, I'm not going to lie. A bit out of focus, but that goes up double and again. In fact, I can't even see the top. That's how high up it is. That's amazing. Right, we're going to head back out this way. So we've come across our first thing.
First casualty.
Yeah, that's a skeleton of an electric motorbike. What's it got in it? Spray paint in it. It's from the 40s though. Yeah, just like I was saying, these are the street names of the roads above. So it's not just up or down here, it's up above as well. And it's opened right up, as you can see. More graffiti and more water noise. So we'll see you in a minute.
Right, it's really, really noisy. Oh shit. And it's very uneven as well. What's the map behind me? I can't get a torch on. But we're going another 80 metres, I think it said. We've come down 29 metres already, but we're going down another 80 metres, which is absolutely unreal if you think we're under the city and the streets of Paris.
Now as you can see, it is so low now. Even Andy's having to bend right down. It's hurting my back how low this is. You've got to remember, I've got a dodgy back to start with. So,
who's going to be aching it morning now?
Me, definitely. This is hard. I'm going to have to stop filming. Right, we're going again. I'm absolutely sweating, and I've just been told we've got to go on our hands and knees for 50 metres. That is going to be hard work. Like I mentioned before, we're now down to hands and knees. I do need 2 hands, so there's no way I can film for very long. And now I'm off.
In a cataphile, people there always go down there. We have go to the cataphile and have ask where the next exit is from our point. And some exits?
Yes.
And give us one of this. And so we can out because on the main road.
Oh, wow. Right, so guys, they got stuck 14 hours down here, and they were just explaining about that. And that's why they came up in the middle of the street.
I can light him up.
So you had to get out in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
That's awesome, bro.
Absolutely crazy. It's an adventure there, it's brilliant.
Were you scared?
No.
Not really, but annoyed.
I have
We're so tired after 12 hours.
water tablets for 50 liter drink water. We have to know a place where fresh water coming in, and we have put fresh water in our bottles because our bottles after 10 hours empty, and so we can.
It's called bleach.
Bleach?
Bleach. He's saying bleach. Like chlorine's. It's like yeah, chlorine tablets.
Chlorine or chlorine?
Chlorine. Yeah. Right, look at this, guys. Got a bit of artwork down here. Look at that. That's amazing. Right, just following Andy around, but as I've turned my torch off, I didn't realise this bit extended quite as much. It's just, have you seen that out there? Seen the devil? That is amazing. To come down here with all your stuff. That is brilliant. This seems to be, because it's an open area, you're going to get more graffiti in these bits. Because you've got more to work on in a big, sort of a bigger space. Oh, look. This is absolutely crazy. Would you believe that? The excitement and the laughter seemed to slowly disappear as we realised there was cataphiles on the way. We pumped up the music and we moved into one area so we were all close together. We crawl through that little hole, and it's the cinema of the catacombs. That's brilliant. That's fucking hell. I can't get my legs straight. The room that was used for films, as you can see, it's painted all the way around with different films, and I've just been going through them all. But we've got the benches as well, oh, seats. It's absolutely amazing the work that's gone into this. Now the other thing I've just found in here, well, I haven't found it, but I've come across it, is this. Now if you've watched the film, As Above, So Below, I think this is what they actually go down, or what they pretend to go down in the film. But that's you fall down there, you're not getting back out quite quick. Yeah, look, we've got all the different film stuff down here. It's crazy. Right guys, we are literally whizzing along the smallest little tunnels, going at some speed now, heading for those bones, and it's hard going. It's not the easiest at all. Oh, we seem to have stopped. I can see a little man on a wall over there, but we're a bit stuck at the moment.
I think it's just another street name.
Is it?
I think so.
I heard him say something about a game.
Oh, that down there.
No, some more up here.
Oh, you got some more?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
1807. Actually,
Well, that's the earliest one I've seen, that.
is it?
Yeah. These are little things that have been left by people.
It's a weirdo.
That's made out of bolts and things like that.
Another one there.
Now look at this. There's some weird shoes. Now that I'd expect. This I'd expect. Who the hell has worn that shoe down here? Crocs. Child's wellies. What is going on? That's really strange. Really strange.
Camera is down by me.
The next one.
Right, we had to stop a minute because we thought there was somebody else coming, but we seem to be all right now. Oh God, we must have walked, I don't know, I'd say over 5 miles. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Right, so this is the entrance to the cemetery. But look, first of all, my torch has gone mental. That is a big ass bone, but what everybody's interested in, I think, is the skulls. Right, so we're just making our way through the first sort of bit with human bones in, and it's awkward to get into, but 2, it's just freaky. It really is. The thought of 1854. All these bones were placed down here. Bits of skull. Look at this. Look at that. Now I've had to move on to the backup torch. There's hip bones and all sorts in there. I've had to move onto the backup torch purely because the other one's gone mental. Bucky's just been saying, we think we're walking on the surface and we're trying to miss the bones. Actually, this floor is just made of compacted bones that have been mushed, and the way you can see that is they drop right down, right inside. Obviously, this is people. It's crazy. I don't know if you can even see me. Am I dark?
No.
Oh, I'm okay then. Right, guys, we are making our way on to one of the most iconic parts of the catacombs. Like Dan has just been saying behind me, it's sort of a rite of passage coming into this place and making your way to the throne of bones. Now, it is, as it sounds, a large throne made up of pretty much, if not all, of the bones of the body. And there's some people sat on this over the years, and we are going to be the next ones to do that. I'm just going to have to do it quite lightly, I think, Dan.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't put all my weight on it. I don't think it'll last very long. Wow.
Turn the light down a bit. Look at these.
That is mental. Look at that though, with the like, where the eyes were, eye sockets.
That one looks a bit... What's
Like,
down there?
they've had their head smashed in. Right, so we've finally made it through to the throne of bones, and look at that. Are lost. Now, obviously we're not in charge of where we're going, but the guy in the front has been looking at his map constantly and looking quite worried, and they're not talking in English for a change, they're talking in German, which worries me, because I'm guessing they don't want us to panic. Not that we would, but it's interesting how long we're going to be stuck down here for. Right, we've just had our first little bit of trouble. So some other cataphiles, they don't like children, they just like coming down the catacombs. So basically, one of the guys that are with us have just filmed them, and I don't know whether he did it on purpose or it's just as they were walking past, and they weren't happy about it at all. So they've tried to grab his camera, and but they've gone now, so we are all right. And I think probably the amount of us has helped, because there wasn't as many of them as there is us, but it just shows how this place can be quite dangerous, especially if you are just one or two of you, or you're not experienced down here, because obviously you don't film people you don't know without the permission, and that's just how it is, really. Right, we've come to a place where there seems to be quite a lot of people. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. And now, yeah, we're putting the cameras away because we don't want to be getting people on camera that don't want to be on, like we said. Right, so Andy's just behind me, I think. Are you behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've just been sent away from a certain place because of the thing that happened. I've seen it, don't worry. And we're heading in a totally different direction now. I think we are trying to make our way out, but it's just a bit awkward because the way we were supposed to be going is directly through where the cataphiles are. So we've now got to try and find a different way out. Now, we are now heading back the direction we've just come from. Now, that's not a good sign, it can't be a good sign. Right, so we're about heading out. We found where we were supposed to be again. I'm exhausted, and we're going again. We're going again. I don't know how much more of this I can take. You've got to remember, and I know I moan about it a lot, I've got a damaged back, and this is not the ideal situation. but I still loved every second. Even the pain makes you remember you're alive, I suppose.